And here we are, folks. It is Sunday morning, Championship Sunday at the Flag Football European Championships here in Jerusalem, Israel. Thanks for joining us here on the broadcast from wherever you're listening all over the world. Feel free to chat in. Let us know where you're listening from. We'd love to hear from our fans. Let us know what you think of the broadcast. We have a very big game coming up. We have Great Britain, Austria semifinals in the women's division. Facebook, YouTube. We are all over social media with these broadcasts. You share it, like it. We're going to have MVP votes as you watch this game. Decide in your mind who you think the MVP is as you hear the cheers of Great Britain in the background. My name is Josh Haston. I'm with my main man, Dovey Rabinowitz, on color commentary.
Hey, Josh.
Dovey, what's going on, my man?
It's a beautiful day for football.
It is certainly a beautiful day. It's only a balmy, I was driving here this morning. I saw my car. It was already 30 degrees Celsius. That's 86 Fahrenheit at about 8:30 a.m. and must be up to around 35. And with the field, we're talking about 40 degrees Celsius. And you can't tell on the faces of these women who are out on the field getting ready to go with Team Austria going south to north here as we get started. And we've seen this quarterback before, Saskia Stribany, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm botching it, chat in and tell me how to pronounce it. She is an unbelievable passer, Dovey. Check her out as we have first down, Team Austria, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And here we go, folks. Semifinal action underway. The Kraft Family Sports Campus in Jerusalem. 7-yard gain on play number 1, completion to number 65, who is not on the roster, but she's one of their wide receivers. Second down.
And she's on the real roster. She's just not listed there on this
of course. No, I would not imply that there was a player who just came off an airplane and jumped on and threw on a jersey. Not my implication at all, as the quarterback completes a diving catch made also, again, I think by number 65. We'll have to find out who she is because she might be an MVP candidate who you are going to want to vote for later on Facebook. American Football in Israel on the page. Check it out, folks.
So 2 short completions sets up a third and medium, I would say.
Third and about 10. Quarterback takes a snap. 2 receivers left. Cutting.
There's a sack.
Cold. And we are on the sidelines of Great Britain, and I'm sure you can hear their loud cheers through the microphone. They are pumped up, ready to go here, looking for a berth in the finals 2019 European Championship. They have a wide coaching staff, Dovey. They have like 4 or 5 men and women here who they brought along with them, calling signals from the sidelines. Their trainers with them. This is a professional unit, Dovey.
Oh yeah, they're well equipped, well staffed.
Third down here,
It's
long. Fourth down, fourth on.
Nearly picked.
Nearly intercepted. Great Britain. That's a huge stand on defense, and as we've been saying all weekend long, defense wins championships. Defense will be key here today. That in fact was 4th down after that sack. And now Great Britain takes over at their own 5-yard line, going north to south here in the first half. We figured out the directions the other day, Dovey.
And Austria, set up their drive with 2 short completions, but that put them, not in a great position. They had to go a little bit longer on 3rd down, and when they didn't get that, they nearly were forced into a pick.
First down, Great Britain completed pass to number 10. That is Lindsay Ann Johnson, wide receiver for Great Britain. Quarterback there is Millie Barrett. Millie Barrett is QB1 for Great Britain. Here we go, second down, 2 receivers right, standard formation, 1 receiver left. Quarterback takes the snap, looks, fires, nearly caught, in and out of the hands of Grace Conway, number 5. This will bring up 3rd and long for the Brits. Fans starting to pour in here as the day goes on Championship Sunday. I believe the day, Dovey, I think this is Labor Day weekend in the U.S., is it not? Do you have any idea?
Not much.
Guys, anybody know if this is Labor Day weekend?
Makes sense.
I think it is Labor Day weekend. I'll talk about that in just a second. And this third down here for Great Britain. Ball's up in the air. A perfect spiral. Caught number 10. Stretches the ball out, but she'll still be short of the first down.
4th and about 2.
I brought up, I don't know about you, but here's the replay. Check out that great catch there by number 10 near the first down on the left sideline there. I was reminded of Labor Day because, this isn't the Jerry Lewis telethon where you have 24 hours of telethon action, but there is like 10 hours of live football action here in Israel.
I prefer the latter.
Yeah, I do as well. Receivers looking, quarterback throws. She has a receiver open.
And she's got it.
Caught by number 11. That's Marta Matthews with the first down. Great Britain. Check out the replay.
Just beat the sack on the throw.
Check out that pass and catch. And Great Britain's on the move. First down and goal as they pass the halfway mark here on the field. We have, yes, thank you so much here. A backup piece of paper in case we lose the first Austrian lineup. Here we go. Quarterback takes a snap, looks, she has time, completes the number 5, and a flag is pulled. A lot of contact on that play. No flags called, but there was a bump, and as you know, this is a non-contact sport, is flag football.
Allegedly.
But I've seen a lot of big hits, accidental, incidental contact throughout the tournament. Nothing on purpose. I saw one player, I think, from Denmark who cut open her eye on a play. I hope she's okay. We'll see her later on today. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Great Britain looks to fires. Ball caught again. Number 5 there is a target, Grace Conway. And if you notice on that catch, I don't know, here comes the replay. Watch her hands as she catches the ball. She has perfect form, makes that diamond shape with her hands. That is how you are caught to catch a ball. This team is certainly coached very well, Great Britain, as they try to drive for the first score of the game in a 0-0 tie.
It was a nice button hook and a nice adjustment on the slightly high throw.
2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Quarterback calls for the snap. Looking, rusher comes in. She's got some time. Fires to a wide open receiver. Number 10, touchdown, Lindsay Ann Johnson. Lindsay Ann with a touchdown.
Let's see her make a little hesitation.
Check out the replay.
And then cut right.
And Great Britain makes a statement here in the semifinal matchup, driving the length of the field, scoring, completing passes at will. And Great Britain's defense stopped Austria on their first possession. Austria fails to do so. 6-0 going for the extra point. We have a bunch formation there in the middle. 1 receiver left. Quarterback Barrett takes the snap, looking, surveys the field, fires a long, high ball, and has not come down. She got her hands on it, the receiver.
There is a flag.
Flag on the play. This might be pass interference on the defense. Looks like they're getting another chance at this. Millie Barrett, they're already talking to her coach.
Of course, that was the touchdown that we just watched.
Indicating that this is going to be another opportunity from half the distance to the goal for the Brits, trying to make it 7-0 after that first score of the game. In the huddle, Great Britain. The flag is still on the field. The referees are still talking about it. We've seen throughout the tournament some of these flags hit the field and then the refs decide to pick it up. But I think Great Britain is confident now. Now they're calling it, pass interference on the defense or a hold. And this will be a retry from half the distance at about the 2.5-yard line there, approximately. A lot of action here. How you doing? Czech Republic in the house. Some of the other players coming to check out the action here on Field 1.
And some of them are really scouting the action because it's a potential championship matchup for them.
And other buses arriving here at the Kraft Family Sports Campus. Other teams who are set for later afternoon action here. Getting ready to play flag football in Jerusalem, folks. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, rather. Extra point try. She runs it in and out and does not make the catch. That's very similar. We've seen that play a few times in the tournament. That's similar to the play Julian Edelman when he caught that touchdown against the Falcons there back in the Super Bowl.
I couldn't help noticing how similar that was to Julian Edelman.
Yes. Not that we're biased or anything, but, Edelman was here in Israel with the rest of the Patriots just a few weeks ago. That's a whole other story maybe we'll get to a little bit later at the half. 2 receivers left for Austria now. Takes possession. Quarterback fires. Completes it. A missed flag. She keeps going. Gets some extra yards after the catch. That is, we'll call her no-name, number 65, wide receiver, who is not on the roster. We'll have to figure out. Maybe we'll send a scout to the opposite sideline and figure out who that 65 is, because she is a main target here for quarterback Saskia Srebini. And if I'm mispronouncing it, chat in, folks, if you're in Austria. I don't want to do it. Missed flag. First down. That was the number 16, Caroline Kugler. 16. There was a missed flag there by Great Britain. That will be first down and goal for the Austrians, putting together a nice little drive here in their second possession. Midway through the first half. Game number 3 on field number 1 here in Jerusalem. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Quarterback Strabinski. I'm going to get it right eventually. There's just some vowels missing. It's the way it's written in Austrian, Dovey. I apologize. We'll get some clarification on the name. Fires a pass, nearly could have been intercepted. The defensive back had her eyes on the receiver. If she had been looking at the football, that might have been a pick 6. Very fortunate there for the Austrian side.
Now the quarterback threw it a little bit to her left,
a little behind her
downfield, and the defensive back probably had no idea the ball was going to be so close to her. Could have had the pick.
Could have been a pick six there for Great Britain. Bunch formation here in Austria on second down. Quarterback takes the snap, surveys the field, gets away from the rusher. She can't run. She's throwing, off the fingertips. And as Kenny Zweibel, my color commentator the other day, said, that's on the wide receiver, because if you can get your hands or fingertips on the ball, you should be catching that ball, even though she did have to lay out for that one. What do you think? You agree with Kenny?
Well, I agree with Kenny in theory, but it was very good coverage, really extended coverage by Great Britain.
Yeah, it would have been a nice catch, diving catch, and nevertheless, that's a thing of the past,
and
folks.
Kenny would say that as a quarterback.
Obviously, yes. Third down here, two receivers right, surveying the field, looking long for the end zone, receiver wide open. Touchdown.
Got it.
Touchdown, Austria to tie the ball at 6. Let's see who the receiver is who made that catch. We'll check out the replay here also. Wide open. See how she got open, Dovey? Let's see. Let's check that out as I try to get her number there.
Little hitch.
Oh, that is the mysterious number 65 on the touchdown.
Well, now we'll really need to get her name because she might be an MVP candidate.
If you're watching the broadcast, number 65 on Austria, if she's your daughter, your sister, your niece, your nephew, not your nephew, your grandmother, whatever she is to you, let us know. And let us also know how to pronounce the quarterback name, number 2, as they go to the YouTube chat right now and type it on in. Let us know how to pronounce the extra point, by the way, no good. 6-6 is the score. That was a big, important drive for Austria, Dovey. They didn't gain any yardage on the first possession. Great Britain scored. Austria comes back down and answers, tying the game at 6.
Yes, agreed. Let's see how this extra point does not quite work out.
Stribrny. If I say it 100 times, maybe I will get her name right. Stribrny, number 2. Anyway, Great Britain on first down.
Great Britain's offense still clicking.
Respectable gain there, moving the ball down the field, coming up with second down here. Millie Barrett leading the charge here for Great Britain, and we're hearing fans from all over Kraft Family Sports campus. Bunch of games going on, different fields here on Championship Sunday. Perfect timing, at the beginning of the NFL season. This gets me into the mood watching flag football here in Jerusalem. Quarterback takes a snap, drops back, looking, fires a long ball.
Dangerous pass.
Unbelievable catch.
Nice catch, right in your lap.
Number 11, she had 2 defenders on her. That's number 11, Marta Matthews. Goes up. She's a head taller. Check out the replay here.
And that shows a lot of confidence in your receiver, putting it
boom.
In it.
And she got her.
I would not say it was the most well-advised pass, but I guess she has the confidence in her receiver.
2 receivers.
To go up and get it.
And she got both feet down just inside of the marker there. This will be I think 2nd and 1. It was close to a first down. I didn't see an indication. Nevertheless, this will be number 11 again, still going. Number 11 there is Marta again, going back to Marta Matthews. I'm not sure. Do you know if she got, let's watch the replay there. I don't know if she got a first down on the play. That's a second down, yes. Yeah. So she did get a first down on the first catch there, and she goes right back to her favorite receiver at this point on this drive, Marta Matthews, number 11. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. QB Barrett takes the shotgun snap. Receiver going down the field, completes it again to number 11. Who else? Marta Matthews. We'll keep going here with the drive.
And again, that's a lot of confidence.
Oh, we have a viewer. How did we get that information? Katrin, a viewer. Katrin, how do you Mansbart. Katrin Mansbart, number 65. Thanks so much to Tobias for getting us information. Now, you got to get us the pronunciation as the pass is completed near the end zone.
Stop just short.
It'll be 3rd and goal. How do you pronounce Saskia's last name, Tobias? If you're still watching or listening or whatever the broadcast very early in the morning over there, if you are in fact in Austria,
crossing route.
Check out the replay here as we have a 3rd down with about 2-3 yards to go. And here we have seen many times the traditional shovel pass.
And there's a bunch formation in the middle.
What will she do? Quarterback goes back right up the middle. Diving catch. The ball was thrown behind her. Nevertheless, number 5, Grace Conway.
Good hands.
Check out the replay. Check out the replay. The diving going across her own body as the ball thrown behind her.
An amazing catch by amazing Grace Conway.
Yeah, but you know what? Millie Barrett, the quarterback, may have put that there on purpose there because the defender was overplaying it. Check out the replay there. Check it out, Dovey. Dovey,
Good read there, John.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Quarterback yourself.
A little bit. A tad
Maybe
here
a
and there.
decade and a half.
A tad here and there. A couple of years. Going for the extra point here. 12-6 is the lead right now. Ball's up in the air. It's tipped,
And
nearly
tipped.
intercepted. 65 on the rush there. Katrin Mansbart, who now we have her name in the official roster book, but it's still 12-6 to the Brits here. Midway through the first half, if not more. I'd like to know how much time's left in the half. We'll find out here in a second when the official comes by. 6 minutes. Okay. Here we go. Austria.
In the first half, that is.
Austria back with the ball. Going south to north here. Quarterback looks, fires a pass. Caught by Mansbart. We're calling her name very often now that we know what her name is. Katrin Mansbart.
And Austria seems to be opening every single drive with one or two short passes.
We're getting here the pronunciation of the quarterback. The Austrian quarterback is pronounced Sturbany. Thank you, Yuda and Strubany. I'm going to write that in. Strubany. Tobias, listening or watching wherever you are in the world of ours, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever we are. Thanks so much. Tobias Strubany, Saskia Strubany on the drive for Austria will bring up a third down. Needs about 10 yards for the first. By the way, today's broadcast brought to you by Menda Bream Communications, Director Yuda Wadowski, cameraman Eitan Spitz, and guess who showed up to work today? Yaakov Feldman is back. Whoa, Eitan's back. I messed that up. Fourth down. I apologize. Yaakov was here Friday. Eitan, we have nothing but love for you, man.
And if any of your viewers can just chat in how to pronounce these names of the communication crew.
Yuda Wadowski. How do you say it, Yuda? Wadowski. But let's watch football and let's get an official reading on Yuda. If you guys out there in the world know Yuda's last name, if you're listening maybe in Givat Shmuel, be in touch.
Pass for the first down.
First down, Austria, as we get the pronunciations here. We're not only covering football, folks. We're talking phonetics. We're talking grammar. We're talking a lot of stuff here.
Ethnography.
Watch the, I don't even know what that means. Watch the replay there. Wadowski? Yes, Widow. I'm going to write it like it sounded, and we're going to get here a first down for Austria. Wadowski. First down here. First down. She licks her palms there. Don't forget the Facebook page, folks. Get on there and there. See, she's a smart quarterback there, Strabeni. The rusher was in her face, and as we know, there's no intentional grounding in this league, so just throw the ball away, avoid the sack.
We call it coverage sack.
Coverage sack, exactly. Good call, Dovey. Strubeni. Let's go, Strubeni. I'm not cheering for either side, folks. Just got to pronounce the name right. Two receivers left, one receiver right. Strubeni goes back to pass. Pump fakes. She's about to get sacked. She avoids the sack, nearly crosses the line of scrimmage. But no, if any part of your body is behind the line of scrimmage, then you are illegal. Check out the replay. Watch how she avoids.
She keeps her eyes downfield.
Hits a receiver there and sets up a third and goal.
Under pressure, being pursued, keeps her eyes downfield, finds the open receiver.
Strubeni might be an MVP candidate. Go to our Facebook page and vote. Later on, yes, later on, or we can do that already. After halftime, I don't want to make any false predictions here, but Strubeni's having a good game, as is Mansbart there for Austria, and Great Britain also. There are a few players there who might be MVP.
There's a touchdown.
And there's a touchdown there. Austria back on track as Strubeni pumps her fist, throwing the touchdown. It's 12-6. I like the confidence out of Strubeni, marching her team down the field. Here's the replay. Check it out. They didn't panic at all, Dovey. Austria was down 6-0. They've gone.
They knew the whole game was still ahead of them.
They've gone 12 unanswered. This might be 13 if they're able to tack on the extra point here. Strubeni looks left, signals to her receiver, drops back. She has got a lot of time. Her flag is pulled, though. That time ran out in an instant. Stephanie Warren on the sack. Watch that replay. Stephanie Warren. It looked like Stravinsky had all day. Warren comes out of nowhere, pulls her flag, and it is still 12-6, a 6-point game. Great Britain taking over.
And she's a quarterback who's not afraid to be sacked. In that case, it might have been better to just toss it up. It's the point after. It's pretty unlikely to give up a pick one.
It's a pick. It's actually not to correct you, step on your toes. It's a pick
that's right.
two.
A pick two.
And I've not seen that yet in this tournament. I've not seen a safety yet, and I've not seen a pick two on this field at least. Not saying it hasn't happened as Great Britain takes over. Two receivers left, one receiver right. Barrett takes the snap, looks at her receiver. Nice gain there of about 10 yards. Great Britain back in business right now with Millie Barrett connecting with her receiver. I believe that was number 5, Grace Conway, whose name we've called several times already this morning. It's only like 11 in the morning, but it definitely feels like afternoon with this heat coming in. I don't know about you, Dovey.
It's a beautiful day.
Quarterback goes back, surveying the field, pumps once, throws long. Completion right in front of us.
What a catch.
Great Britain. What a great catch. Let's watch. We got to hit that replay. First down, number 11 on Great Britain.
Confidence in your receivers. Barrett threw it into coverage.
Watch the replay, guys. Martha Matthews finds a little pocket in the defense. Long ball, goes up and gets it. Clearly using her height advantage over the shorter defensive back. Martha Matthews with a great catch.
And it's funny because overall the Austrian team probably has a height advantage, but in that matchup, number 11 really knows how to go up for the ball and come down with it. In coverage, in double coverage, she's done it.
And
Barrett has no problem throwing right at defensive backs and trusting number 11 to come down with it.
And Yakov, the engineer here, wearing an unusual blue glove. Not exactly sure what that's all about. I think he's touching the cables. Does not want to get electrocuted. We would not want that to happen. But that's usually what I wear when I clean up the dog poop in the backyard. But whatever you got to do to stay not electrocuted. I don't think so. Dovey, they're saying here in the booth that the score is 12-12. I do not believe so.
When was Great Britain the second touchdown?
No. There is a double. I would make a 1 penny bet here. A big spender. That it is 1 pence. It is still 12-6. It is 12-6. I do not remember Great Britain scoring a second touchdown, but they did just now. And she's in, but it looked like she dove. Let's see if they call her down, or they're giving her a score. I believe. Let's maybe one of you at home. I believe the score is 12-12 now. Dovey, would you concur? Because we have a discrepancy between the official score board and what we have here in the booth.
Well, it's hard to remember something not happening.
I think we should ask the Great Britain the coach who's right here. I believe it's 12-all. Let's ask Great Britain here. What is it? 18-12, Great Britain?
Great Britain, with a lot of contact at several locations on the field.
I would like a confirmation from one of the coaches here at Great Britain. It's not that I don't trust the guys here in the booth or who are running the tournament, but Dovey, were we sleeping? Did we miss a touchdown? I do not remember Great Britain scoring twice.
Well, sometimes when you're watching a game, you're focusing on the play and
maybe I got
the big picture.
I got distracted by that weird blue glove that one of the guys here was wearing, but
that seemed to command a lot of your attention for a while.
18-12, okay. Great Britain is up 18-12. What's the score?
Refs are saying 18-6.
Refs are saying 18-6. Completely confusing. We need to call an official timeout. Ask this gentleman. What's the score, sir? What is the score? 18-12.
Great Britain says 18-12.
18-12. The referees are. There's some mass confusion here.
Someone say with confidence what the score is.
I can say with confidence, somebody was out drinking last night in downtown Jerusalem and came here today and did not get their mathematics in order as Austria.
Great Britain?
No, I would not say that. Do not stereotype.
Yeah,
a long ball.
Austria.
Oh my gosh!
Caught in stride.
She got tackled at the 1 yard line.
The 1 yard line.
But that was a bomb. It is 18-12, folks. 18-12, Great Britain. Watch the replay by Austria. This is a barn burner, folks. She throws nearly the length of the field.
Well, it makes sense as 18-12 because this
connects with her receiver. That was an unbelievable throw and catch there by Austria. And just like that, they're 1 yard away from tying up this game at 18. You and I must have turned our heads, buddy. We make mistakes. No one is perfect. And somehow there's another.
I was analyzing some game film from a previous play.
Maybe that's what it was. Oh, look at this. What is this? 5 wide. What's going on here? I've never seen anything like this. Is this a timeout? Is this a penalty? Yeah, timeout, Great Britain. It looked like they were going to get into some type of rugby scrum as all 10 players joined together at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, show of unity.
I think for a second they thought this was rugby back in Great Britain. I don't know if Austria is known for the rugby. But Great Britain certainly is a rugby powerhouse last time I checked. Let's get that verified from our fans who are watching Great Britain. You guys play rugby out there. Actually, that is a fact. I was in Great Britain once on a Saturday night, and a rugby match just concluded. and there were a lot of wild, crazy fans in downtown London, and I decided to go back to the hotel room. I didn't want any part of that, Dovey. That's a true story. Has nothing to do with this game.
Not much.
But Austria has a first and goal at the 1-yard line here. Great Britain burning one of their timeouts here in the first half. Austria looking for the tie now that we know it's 18-12. A lot of Austrian fans here as well. Quarterback takes the snap, looks left, has a receiver wide open. That's
left of the end zone.
Too easy.
Good.
Strabeni connects with her receiver. Let's see the number on the receiver as we watch the replay. Hopefully that's number 5. Therese Weigang, number 5.
To the back of the end zone, right to left.
Boom. We're wide open. It's too easy, folks. Too easy here. Great Britain showed promise on defense early in the game, now giving up a couple scores, and we are tied at 18. One thing's for sure, though, these women want to be in the finals. They're giving it their all. No doubt about that, I'll tell you that. We may mess up the scores, but that for sure is a fact. These ladies want it. They want it, and they want it bad. Nobody wants to go home just yet. Placing the finals on the line here at Kraft Family Sports Campus in Jerusalem. Don't forget to chat in, write in. Let us know what you think of the broadcast. We love your feedback, and you'll be voting for MVP on Facebook after the half. Check out YouTube, Facebook. We're all over the place this morning as Great Britain takes over. First pass caught by number 5 there, Grace Conway again, who's certainly in the running for that MVP as we go forward.
Barrett is running the game very well. She is a little bit telegraphing her passes. I feel like both because she's fallen into a familiar pattern and really looking at her receivers, eyeballing them before the pass.
That being said, they are getting open there. Marta Matthews again on a catch would bring up a third and manageable down.
Matthews did not have to get open, as she's proven, in order to make receptions.
Right. Defenders do not bother Matthews. And it seems like she has a lot of control there in the huddle. I don't know. It looks like Matthews might actually be calling some of these plays.
I think the play call might be, give me the ball.
Give me the ball and get out of the way. Odell Beckham Jr. we have there, number 11, Matthews. And she's going deep, but maybe it was a fake deep because number 5, in fact, caught the ball. Grace Conway with the first down. Great Britain. Let's watch the replay. I think that was a decoy play.
Matthews draws the
Matthew,
receiver.
yeah.
The Austrian defense was well positioned.
Wasn't bad defense. Just a nice pitch and catch, as they say. Today is Sunday. I wonder, Great Britain, if they're actually getting to watch their style of football. Maybe they have soccer/European football on one channel, and then American football here on the internet. As the quarterback goes back to pass, sees receiver. Big cat. Oh, man, what a target there. Matthews staying in bounds. I mean, drags her feet on the side. The referee, the British coach.
1.5 defenders on her.
The British coach says that she actually caught the ball, went out of bounds, stopping the time, I believe. Look what they have today, Dovey. They actually have the first down markers. I mean, the down markers indicating what down it is. That is an addition to an improvement over Friday. Wide open receiver. Touchdown, Great Britain.
That is touchdown.
Number 5, who else? Grace Conway.
And good job by Barrett, buying herself a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, she had all day to
enough.
throw. You know, you only have 7 seconds to throw. I think she used them all up there, but did, in fact, get it off before that 7-second limit.
The reach to the goal line.
And we have 24-18 in a barn burner, high-scoring affair with Great Britain going for, what are they doing here? They're going for 2.
Interesting.
Going for 2 points. Gutsy call. This is a big play. It could be a 6-point lead or an 8-point lead. Timeout. Great Britain wants to talk it over, Govey. They thought about the 2. Maybe they're talking it over. Maybe they're changing their mind. It is a gutsy call because, as we've seen percentage-wise, the 2-point conversion, even though it's only 5 yards deeper, it's at the 10-yard line as opposed to the 5, the percentage points go way, way down in terms of completed conversions.
Well, no one scored a conversion yet.
That's true.
Conversion.
Maybe might as well take the chance. But if they fail, then
they will have scored exactly as many points as if they failed on a 1-point conversion.
Then Austria could, in fact, go down and just use a 1-point conversion and convert that and take the lead. So it is a risky move, and they're staying with it. It looks like they're staying with it as of now. The refs have not moved the ball forward. Great Britain going for 2. This could be a big play as we go forward in the game. Let's make a mental note, Dovey, of this 2-point conversion. Great Britain has the confidence. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Barrett takes a snap. Looking. Has the receiver off her fingertips and nearly intercepted. The point is no good. The gamble did not pay off. Watch the replay here as it went off her fingertips and was nearly intercepted. Nevertheless, either way, the 2-point conversion is no good on a gutsy gamble by Great Britain. Gutsy gamble, Great Britain. That's 3 Gs. Here we go. Austria is not wasting any time. Completion.
And with the game really heading down the home stretch, it's a good chance for everyone to vote for your MVP candidate on Facebook, YouTube, other social media in which I am not adept.
Like it, share it with your friends. Spread the word. Tell your neighbors. Go over to their house, knock on their door, and say, hey, are you watching flag football this morning in Austria? Because if you're not, you're missing out on one heck of a game. Amazing catch. Sideline catch by Caroline Kugler. Caroline Kugler, Austria in business here. Can they take advantage of that missed extra point? Perhaps take the lead going into the half.
3rd and about 4.
4 seconds left in the half. They're going to have to go long. Did I hear that right, Dovey? I heard 4 seconds before our halftime show. Bunch formation. I believe he said 4 seconds left. Quarterback checks her plays. Strubeni checks her plays. Looking. She's got to fire down. Ball is caught. Can she make it all the way to the end zone? They're ruling her down, saying that she stepped.
And is there any time?
2 seconds left? Let's watch the replay there.
I think we don't have the correct time, Josh.
I thought they said 4. It could have been.
I thought so too.
Maybe it was, maybe not 2. Maybe it was, it's first down, that we know. Austria has the ball, driving. There's definitely under 2 minutes. I mean, this half is going on forever. Not complaining. It's great football. I'm just saying it's got to be nearing the halftime here. Strubeni takes a snap, surveys the field. Receivers are covered. She fires in a pack there. They're going to have to call timeout, I think, here. The clock is still running. They're not taking a timeout. Catch made by Kugler again, number 16.
I have a feeling there were more than 4 seconds left on that play.
I think you're right. Good observation, my friend. 2 receivers left. She's throwing a fade to the back of the end zone. It is broken up. Excellent defense.
How did that defender
first time
to raise her
Watch
hand?
the replay. It's Emma Dedicote. First time we're calling her name today. Dedicote denying the touchdown on that fade pass. I like the call, actually. I think it was a good call. They ran up to the line, and
that play should have worked. It was a great touchdown-saving defense by number 12.
And somebody's going to have to move that thing that's rolling on the field. I think it's a plastic bag or a squirrel. I cannot tell, but something's clearly on the field.
Nowhere near the action, though.
It's not near the action. Nobody else
And
sees
again,
it. But touchdown there, Austria on that play. I got distracted there, but sometimes that happens there.
You literally got distracted by a squirrel.
I think it was a plastic bag. It's hard to see. 24 all here on the Austrian touchdown. Did we see that replay? Austrian touchdown?
It's a quick out.
It was a quick out, down and out. You can imagine it in your mind's eye. Let's make sure here the official. 24-24 says the official. He's not
Gideon Reese.
Right, not the official on the field, but the tournament official. The tournament mega.
The mega official.
Meta means top official.
It means I know big words.
Man, you and Kenny, I have a whole list of vocabulary words after 3 days of broadcasting between you and Kenny Zweibel, the Hall of Famer. I'm definitely going to have to check out the thesaurus. And who thought I would get a whole education here other than the education I'm receiving through flag football. The field is now clear. Hey, we have a special.
No,
Not yet, Cam. Not yet, Cam. I thought there was another camera here. I thought we were going to take another angle here, but not just yet. As the guys here from the Bream are dialing up an audible. Mike. Mike. Okay, Mike is now closer to the mouth. Hope you can hear me. Have you been able to hear me until now? You've been able to hear me. You can hear other people. That we do not want, because that will ruin the broadcast. Bunch formation on the extra point.
Wide open receiver on the right.
Okay, and now Great Britain has to be scratching their heads, wondering. They went for 2. Watch the extra point. Wide open in the front corner of the end zone. They went for 2, Great Britain. They failed on that. Austria goes for 1 and takes a 1-point lead, 25-24. Let's get a time from the official here. 25-24 Austria. You'll see that on your scoreboard clearly. And now the Medabrim guys are here with a cam showing the broadcast booth to all the viewers all over the world. Thanks so much as Great Britain gets a substantial gain there. on second down. Oh, camera's not. So many things, bells are ringing in my ears. Let's go to the replay, Dovey. I mean, these guys think that I could stay focused for a whole full. Oh, there's halftime, by the way.
Now we're at halftime.
All right, should we do the halftime show? Should we go out and throw the ball around or something? No.
We're doing the double Dutch jump rope thing, the juggling.
No, here we go. I think we're going to do a halftime interview here. We're now live, folks, on the camera. So
make sure to show my good side.
So thanks for joining us here. You can check out the beautiful broadcast booth provided by Medabrim Communications. Go to medabrim.com. Let's talk about the first half, Dovey. We have a score 25 Austria, Great Britain 24. What is your take? What have you seen out there?
I know that you've got on your mind the 2-point conversion attempt by Great Britain.
Yes, I think that was huge.
It was huge. I don't really disagree with it. It's at a stage in the game where you can really make a statement by going for two. There's plenty of time left. No one until that point had scored any had converted any extra points. So sort of may as well go for two. If you're not going to get the one, then you can also not get the two.
Okay, fair enough. But what happens if Austria ends up winning by 1 point and then Great Britain kicks themselves for not going for a more conservative play on the extra point? This game could have been tied right now at 25, and yet Austria is ahead a full score. And, of course, the only way to score here, really, other than a freak play or a safety, is a 6-point touchdown. So they're essentially behind a full score because of their – listen, I don't say I don't like the call. It was gutsy if it works. Okay, if it pays off, then that was the right call. I guess hindsight is always 20/20, and now Great Britain has to be scratching their heads after being down a point at the half as they huddle up here, getting ready for half number two.
I think it'll be really interesting if they score, if and when they score again. If they go for two again, then that will be really interesting.
If Great Britain scores and goes for two to try to...
I would love that. I think that would be really interesting.
To try to
move, but,
make up for their previous failed try there.
Mostly just to prove you wrong.
But it could be. It's possible. I would not be surprised if that was the motive. Actually, I would be. But they can hear some of the broadcasts. These Great Britain people coming down. Let's check out the booth. We want to see all the facilities here, yes? Let's go. Yuda, we got Yuda there. We got Eitan. We got Yaakov. And Eitan and Yaakov, I get mixed up. There's Eitan right there, right? Yeah. Of course not. That's Yaakov. I was just making sure these guys were still awake and didn't have heat stroke after about now 40 hours in the sun over a 3-day period. And you can check out, there's Eitan, Yaakov behind the camera. And that's going to be our booth tour there. Go to medabrim.com for all your online communication needs. Are you hosting an event that you want to be seen live all over the world? Medabrim.com, they're the ones who make it all happen. All guts, no glory behind the scenes. And let's not forget about our sponsors today. And I'm not going to read the whole list, but I am going to talk about May Eden. Natural spring water from Israel. And they've provided literally, I think it's 5,000 bottles of water for this tournament. I mean, you go back there, I'm actually probably going to steal a 6-pack. Don't tell anybody. Are we on live? Are we on? Oh, we are on. Okay, you did not hear that. No, I'm just kidding. I knew we were on. I'm just playing around. And thank you to May Eden as we get ready for the second half. And I'm just going to tell the guys the headphones, something was just this and that. The headphones, we'll get them back on in a second. I got that buzz, but I'm sure you can still hear my voice as Great Britain takes over.
Great Britain get things
rolling. South to north. That was a beautiful catch. Yeah, we're now good to go. Number 11.
That's Matthews again.
That was a great catch by number 11. She went back across her body, pulled it in on a diving catch. Second down for Great Britain. Quarterback back to pass. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Looking to the right. Got nothing. Throws it up to middle.
Matthews again.
11 there.
And you can throw it long, you can throw it short, you can throw it to her when she's wide open, you can throw it into double coverage, back across her body. Matthews is a pretty reliable receiver.
Who do you at home think should be the MVP? At Team Austria, we have Saskia Strubeni. Right now, the quarterback playing very well. You have number 65, Katrin Mansbart. For Great Britain, Millie Barrett could be a choice, who's now pump fake, and she's going long down the field. Defender breaks that up. Very excited about the defender on that play. You also have Grace Conway, number 5, who's been all over, and Marta Matthews, number 11 for Great Britain. So I would say they're 5. I would narrow it down to 5 choices. But you go ahead and go onto Facebook and vote for your MVP for this semifinal game here. Again, Austria 25, Great Britain 24. Great Britain with the ball. That was an opportunity for a big play, knocked away by the Austrian defender with some contact there, not called. The referees, by the way, have been not calling many flags in this game, which is nice to see, letting them play it out. Catch by number 10 on Great Britain, immediate flag pull. Great Britain number 10, Lindsay Ann Johnson on the catch for Great Britain.
And on that previous play, I really agree with the non-call because the contact, if anything, was caused more by the offensive player. The defensive player was very, very well positioned.
By the way, that was a good call, Dovey. That was actually 4th down. So Great Britain not converting. Austria taking over on downs here, back at their own 5-yard line, driving north to south as the team switched sides at halftime. Did you know that? Okay, no problem. Here we go. Austria with a sidearm sling by the quarterback, caught by number 16. Caroline Kugler, caught by Caroline Kugler, excuse me. Dovey, take over for a second. I'm just going to take a little pause here.
Well, they come to the line for 2nd down in bunch formation.
Here we go.
There's the snap. Nice move by the quarterback to buy herself a lot of extra time.
It was a flag on the play. Dovey, what happened there?
Well, let's wait for the call.
That is an illegal formation on the offense. 3rd down. 3rd down, and we're getting your MVP candidates ready for you to vote on Facebook. There are 5 candidates here, 3 from Austria, 2 from Great Britain, and perhaps the results at the end of the game will help influence who, in fact, is the MVP of this game. But we've narrowed it down to 5 based on what we've seen so far. Bunch formation here for Austria deep in their own territory. Strubeni throws the ball, hits number 65 again, Catherine Mansbart.
And I'd say Great Britain gave a little bit too much of a cushion there. They knew that Austria had to go, pretty long, but there's no sense giving up, 12 yards on the pass.
3rd and 5. Dovey, did you ever try taking your shoes off, by the way, on this field? You will burn your feet right off. The skin will come right off. You do not want to do that.
Actually, the turf melted straight through my soles.
I'm putting my shoes back on. I wanted to just check it out as we have a big 3rd down for Austria. Great. Oh.
Let's go!
Unbelievable defensive play by number 12 there for Great Britain, Emma Diedicoat. We haven't called her name.
So a turnover on downs.
That 1st down would have kept the drive alive, and it looked like she would complete it. Knocked out of her hands last second. High fives all around the Great Britain sideline, and they're in the hurry up now. They are not huddling. They would need that point. They need a score to stay in this game.
Once again, to the sideline.
Number 11, she just is a great route runner, that Marta Matthews. When you tell her down and out, she puts her cleat or turf shoe in the ground and cuts out, and the ball is already in the air, if you notice, before she hits her position there. And that's just a great...
it's a great psychic connection between the quarterback and the receiver.
Great communication, and it shows you how much they've practiced. If you know where your receiver is going to be before she gets there, hours and hours of practice. Number 5 with the catch there. Number 5 with the catch, Grace Conway. And now you can vote on Facebook the 5 nominees for MVP of the semifinal matchup. Watch the replay
and again,
there.
You can watch
Grace Conway
Matthews drag the zone a little bit out of position on the next play.
They're looking for her.
Replay.
They're looking for her, and Conway is seizing that opportunity and running a shorter route, cutting across the field, a little bit under her, because you've got to look out for Matthews and her height advantage. You cannot forget about her. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Great Britain here on this 3rd down. Ball is nearly caught out of the reach there of Conway. This is going to bring up a 4th down, and probably a relatively big 4th down. Check out the replay on the incompletion. Relatively big here for Great Britain. It's still early in the second half. This is only their 2nd possession, if I'm not mistaken. But they only need 5 yards. If they can get the 5 yards and sustain the drive, perhaps that could lead them towards another score here. This time they take their time. They line up in a huddle. You have Matthews here on the near side. You have Conway there and the rest. Barrett back under in the shotgun formation.
Going to Matthews.
Great catch there. Marta Matthews. Dovey, again.
She's impossible to defend.
I don't have a vote here, but if Great Britain wins, she's my MVP there, number 11. I don't want to influence the voters, but in my opinion here, watching this game live, number 11, Marta Matthews, she should be the MVP, in my opinion, if they win. Maybe they. By the way, folks, you need to like the AFI page before you vote. You're gonna have to like the page, which is just 1 click, I know it's a lot in today's day and age to give that click, but it's worth it if you want to vote for your MVP. In today's world of social media, people don't even want to do that one little click and click like, but if you want to vote, you got to do the like. That's just the way it works. That's like Facebook 101. And I slept through that class, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you got to do the like before you do the vote. That's how we roll. And Great Britain.
So that's 2 full clicks that are necessary.
You can do it, folks. Strengthen that pointer finger out and do the thing with your mouse. Vote today before it's too late and your vote doesn't count. And then you can't complain. Anyway, great pass there again. Miss flag, Conway. Did she get into the end zone? Referees looking at each other. They're marking her down.
Just short.
They need about 1 yard here. Great Britain does to take the lead, and then we'll see if Dovey's theory was correct if they punch it in.
I think they'll go for 1.
If they go
I don't
for 2.
really predict that they'll go for 2, and certainly not just to spite.
Let's do the math. If they score here, they will be up by how many? They're down 1.
1 plus 6 is 5.
5, yes. In that case, I would go for 2. Absolutely go for 2.
Oh, you would?
100%. What's the difference between 6 and 5? 1.
No, because you go for 1.
I'm just kidding. I'm not telling them what to do. And I totally get a receiver over there. Is the touchdown. Number 10, Lindsay Ann Johnson. Lindsay Ann Johnson on the strike from Barrett. Check out the replay if we can there. On the TD. Check it out. There it is. Quarterback goes back. She runs a fake in and back out. We'll call it the Edelman. Call it the Edelman play. It's so hard to defend that. I mean, you can ask the Falcons defense in Atlanta. Oh, but praise the Lord. The guys here have just taken down the wind screen. And it'll be a little more windy, but we can have some little oxygen in here as Great Britain goes for 1 and converts. So now they're up by 6. But still.
But still what,
if Austria
If
Austria scores, it's a tie, and Austria can go for the win with an extra point, and it all goes back to that 2-point conversion. If watch the replay there.
While we watch that replay, I'll just point out that if you were down by
here comes the math.
7.
Here comes the math doctor.
With 1 second left and you scored, thereby putting you down by 1, would you go for 1 or 2, Josh?
Well, I was actually
at the end of the game. 1 second left.
1 second left. You go for the tie or the score or the win?
Yes.
Oh man, that's a tough call. I mean, I would say you go for the win in an international competition
well, essentially,
like this.
that's what they did. They just did it earlier in the game.
Uh-huh.
They said we'd rather now.
But
take
you know what's going to happen?
8-point lead.
My prediction is perhaps they're going to have no choice but to go for that 2 to stay alive at the end of the game. But what do I know?
That is your rock solid prediction.
That is my Tony Romo prediction as Austria lines up in a bunch formation. First down for Austria. Nice pass.
Bobbled and dropped.
That's a rare drop by Austria. I've not seen too many of those today. Pass a little bit behind receiver number 5 for Austria. Therese Weigang, we're familiar with from previous games. We have not called her name out a lot. A little bit behind her, but I think it was catchable. I think she should have pulled that one in.
Yeah, that was very catchable. That was a lapse in concentration.
Personal opinion. But you can't catch every ball, you know? No one's 100%. Even Julio Jones dropped some balls here and there. I saw Calvin Johnson drop a ball once. Long ball up to her tall receiver. And that was just a great defensive play. Number 13, Great Britain, Charlotte Laidler.
Let's see if we can get a replay of that.
Charlotte Laidler, and the Austrian coach was talking to the ref. He wants a flag. He says there was contact. His hands are up in the air. He is walking after the referee there. Now he's given up on the argument, but he had his hands up like, ref, what? What's up? Why is there no flag? He's still complaining under the booth there, under his tent on the Austrian sideline. You can see from here. Nevertheless, no call. And again, the refs have been very hesitant to throw any flags this game, which I like. I say let them play. Just like the Bad News Bears. Let them play. Remember that movie, Dovey?
Vaguely, yes.
Cultural references as we go along.
There's that.
Bomb up the middle, a little bit low.
Too
low there for Strubeni. Trying to hit Caroline Kugler there, and that was 4th down.
It was also directed about 2 yards before the first down marker. It was very, very unlikely.
It would have been close
to be able to pull that up and
get the first down. It would have been close. I think her body may have been over the line, but you had a better angle on that one from where you're standing. So Great Britain takes over now, leading 31-25 from their own 5-yard line. Barrett goes back to pass, looking, nearly sacked in the end zone. That would have been a safety, Dovey.
That was very, very close.
Barrett
a number of times has bought extra time
That
for
was
herself on a play, but that time, a little too close for comfort.
It's a game of inches or centimeters if you're in Europe. And, that was, or seconds, milliseconds. Also, that was just 1/2 second away from being a 2-point play.
Why is there no metric
Austria.
equivalent of time, of seconds and minutes, Josh?
Man, that is a tough call. But they're going for it all. Great Britain has a receiver. Number 11 wide open. The length of the field. They're going bananas here. Great Britain.
Let's watch that replay.
Marta Matthews.
And
Who
see
else?
if Matthews gets her to bite.
How does she
after
get
a
open?
Full look at that hitch.
Stop and go.
And one can hardly fault the Austrian defender after being tormented for the 3/4 of the game with those little out routes and button hooks by Matthews.
You cannot. I don't know. In this game, there are not too many. Since it's you have one rusher, which means there isn't a safety bet behind you. You also have to keep that in mind. And therefore, there was no safety to back up the defender. And once she stopped and went, there was nobody stopping. With her height, with her ability, my MVP, Marta Matthews, so far, as Britain takes a 2-touchdown lead.
And it's just so hard. You hate to be in the defined fault with the Austrian defender. She could have been telling herself, "Don't bite, don't bite, don't bite." It's hard to not bite.
Extra point attempt is caught. Grace Conway, and now you have a MVP battle. Other than the battle on the field, you have an MVP battle. Check out the replay there as Grace Conway pulls that in for the extra point. So if you haven't voted yet, first you got to like the FI page, then you got to vote. Very simple. You can be in Great Britain eating your strawberries and cream as they do. It's not Wimbledon. I know it's the U.S. Open season, but they're Austria wasting no time. Number 16 with the catch there. That's Caroline Kugler with the catch.
If you're no huddle.
If you're watching Great Britain, let us know what you think of the game, of the broadcast, of everything. Let us know that you're watching, cheering on your Great Britain flag football championship team.
Going long.
Oh,
off the
close
fingertips.
call, a lot of contact there. But that was actually, she filmed her after the play, no flag called. Again, referees not calling many flags, which I like.
And that was a clean play.
And no, that was clean. She fell over her after the play. No harm, no foul. They both got up. And here we have a big, I believe, third down here for Team Austria.
Not a lot of time left. So Austria really needs to convert and score quickly.
They gotta get it done here, Austria, if they want to stay in this game. Quarterback takes the snap, fires it.
Stop short of the first down.
This is a crucial 4th down in the game. Crucial as we approach the halfway. Watch the replay here. A great pull by Great Britain. Stopping it, but they need about 1 yard to sustain the drive. If they don't get this yard, Dovey,
into bunch formation,
you can expect a quick pitch. There we have it. Yes, first down. She's still, Great Britain, complaining that she reached forward with the ball. She did, in fact. They have a case. Great Britain better watch out. The referees may not be able to keep their flags in their pockets. If they complain too much there, that
was a huge sack.
Big sack. Number two, Great Britain, Sarah Wakeland on the sack. Watch the replay there, setting Austria back. Trying to get how much time is left in this game. How much? Only a minute left. Wow. Austria needs a score and a stop. Can they get that both done and another score within a minute? Not likely. But it's never over till it's over. If you watch yesterday's Israel-Austria game. Interception. That's going to do it. Great Britain can basically run out the clock and punch their ticket to the finals. Watch the replay. Austria had to air it out. They didn't really have that much of a choice. Great Britain they're calling their whole team together now, the whole offense together, and all the coaches are gathering around saying, don't do anything silly. Let's run out the clock. Let's run around, either hand off or take a knee. The great Austria does have 2 timeouts, but trailing by 2 scores and the ball in possession of Great Britain, there's not much Austria can do here with just under a minute left. If I was Great Britain, I would just run around like a chicken, as they say. Just run around in circles and use up as much clock as possible. They are using the play clock as much as possible. That we can see. Looking. Oh, they actually threw the ball. Dangerous play. That could have been picked off, but it was caught there by number 5.
And Darren realizes
Grace Conway
did not
follow
the plan there.
And now she is being scolded, perhaps, by her coaches, saying, If you give me
she called it herself, so there's no reason for scolding.
Do not give me a heart attack again by throwing the ball in the middle of the field with the defender draped on the receiver with a minute left and a 2-touchdown lead. Let's try something else, guys, like running around in circles and making them burn off their timeouts, even if they waste a lot of clock. And even if Austria gets the ball back, again, it's a 2-score game. It's essentially over. Dangerous, dangerous play, and I think she was reminded of that. Whistles blown everywhere. There's a flag on the field. Could have been a delay of game on the offense. Delay? Is that a delay on the offense? They're going to move it back 5 yards. Yeah, that's a 5-yard penalty. They let the clock run out. And that will stop the clock there, perhaps giving Austria just a little bit of hope, even though there's not much hope left. Here we go. Great Britain with possession. Milking that shot clock. I mean, the time is stopped, I think. I don't know why they're doing that. I believe the time stopped, and another pass telling her to stay in bounds so we can run some clock there. Number 10, Lindsay Ann Johnson on the catch.
And I understand they're trying to ice the game by getting the first down, but there's really no need for
any throws
that have just been incomplete.
Right. Just run around again. Run around in circles. Handoffs, something. Just a few seconds left, folks. And Great Britain will be the first team in the women's bracket in the finals. Looking. That's a conservative pass, staying in bounds. First down, which actually does stop the clock. It does stop the clock, but then again, it's a fresh set of downs. At this point, we're thinking taking a knee.
Even with the reach, it looked like a little bit of a generous spot to me.
Watch the replay here.
Depends where she got the flag.
Coach sending in the instructions from the sideline as we have the time. It's not a timeout, but the time stopped on the first down. Okay, Great Britain in the huddle. Let's see what they dial up here. I say take a knee, ladies. But that's why I'm in the broadcast booth and not on the field. You guys have to make the call for yourselves. Bunch formation.
And while you're making the call, make the call on the MVP voting.
Flag is pulled there. Clock continues to run. If I'm voting out there, there's a timeout. Clock stop. I got to say number 11, Martha Matthews. You watch the replay of that last play.
Motion is seconded.
I vote for Matthews. I don't have a vote. Maybe I do have a vote. I just don't have time now to go into my Facebook. And I have already liked the AFI page.
I was going to ask, are you sure that you've liked the page? That could be why
I think I liked it the day the page went up on the Internet. So I definitely have liked the page as we hear a lot of commotion from a game behind us. Another semifinal game there. I think Denmark and who is that? Denmark and somebody. Spain. Denmark and Spain, I believe, also in a semifinal game.
Josh,
behind
while
us.
you're busy bragging that you've already liked the page, I mean this honestly. I believe that I actually created the page, the AFI Facebook page.
I would
8 years ago, maybe 6 years ago.
I'm sure that is accurate here. I don't know the score here. I see Denmark looks a little bit frustrated. They may be down. I'm not going to say for sure. No, yes. Spain wins the other women's semifinal, I believe. We're going to verify that. Let's, guys, look. Spain wins 19-18, and Spain is in the finals. So we're looking at Spain.
Looks like they will be facing
Great Britain.
Great Britain.
Over Denmark. Denmark was a favorite. Denmark was the favorite coming into the tournament. Spain is in the finals. Great Britain can watch them across the field and know who their opponent's going to be here later this afternoon for the women's finals. I don't have the time on that yet. I don't think it has been established, but just keep it locked in here for another about 10 hours of nonstop football coverage here.
But it's a lot sooner than that.
Yeah, I know. Here comes that Hall of Famer, another Hall of Famer, Danny Gwertz. Danny Gwertz, another AFI Hall of Famer, saying he's Tony Romo. He calls the plays before they happen. And we're going to be going to Danny. Oh, we're going to give Danny the mic.
Sometimes days before they happen.
Danny Gwertz. What's up, buddy?
Am I in time for lunch?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they serving lunch up there? What time is it here? I'm on football time. I have no idea what time of day it is. Oh, it's actually 11:30.
There's another handoff.
This should do it right here. The clock is running. This game is going to be over. We're going to have Spain, Great Britain in the finals. on the women's side.
On the women's side, wow.
From what you've seen,
Great Britain's had a great tournament.
Great Britain is playing well. Spain also, we've seen them play out here. And it should be an interesting final later this afternoon. If the game, I guess, not officially over, but the last 2 minutes, they've been just trying to run out the clock here, Great Britain. Spanish team celebrating on the opposite field. And here comes another timeout here. Great Britain calling timeout. What's going on, guys? Let's move on. This game is done, 38-25 to Great Britain. It was exciting. It was tied for a while. We thought maybe a controversial call by Great Britain going for 2 at one point would have an impact.
And you see, it worked.
Well, I don't know if it worked on that play, but it certainly did not hurt the Brits, who are now already lining up, getting ready to line up to shake hands. While I guess their team, listen, the coaches are coaching until the final whistle here. There's a timeout here, and even though this one's over, these coaches aren't taking a play off, Danny. They're not. What's that? We can't. Who's that? Yeah, quarterback Millie Barrett. Will she be the MVP for this game? The fan voting is still open, I believe. You have Millie Barrett, Grace Conway, and then our pick, Marta Matthews, who just an unbelievable receiver. Let's get ready to try to get Marta Matthews maybe for an interview at the end of this game if we can. Now, yeah, she's running off the clock. That's it. Run. And this should do it. But no, they're stopped. They're still calling timeouts. That was 4th down. So Austria will take over with how many seconds left in this game? How many seconds left? Yeah. I think Dovey is confirmed. Well, we can confirm tentatively an interview there with Marta Matthews. Marta Matthews there.
The presumptive MVP.
Yeah. Even if she's not MVP, she still will be talking to us in just a few minutes. Dovey's all up. Dovey's brought his A game onto this interview.
And feel free to cast your votes for Marta or anyone else, and we will simply disagree with you.
So, by the way, just for those you at home, it was a last-second interception which sealed the deal for the Spaniards, the Spanish team. They're now in the finals, and they've already cleared their field. Austria, I guess, is just going to fire it with just must be under 10 seconds. Could be the last play. They're going very long, incomplete. And this game seems to just keeps wanting to keep going, Dovey.
It's a game that keeps on giving.
It's not over. Denmark, as we said before, was the perennial favorite, I think. Here, Batsala Friedman, commissioner of the Men's Tackle League, giving us some information here. Dovey, what did he whisper to you?
Well, Austria.
Whisper to Dovey. we can give him a mic. Commish. Neither
The bronze medal game is Austria-Denmark, which was a great matchup. And the finalists, the gold medal game, 2 teams that have never played for the championship before.
Should be exciting. They're both stellar teams. Unbelievable. And this game's going to end on a sack by Great Britain. I'm calling it. There you go.
With an exclamation
Are they
point.
actually going to put the offense back on the field? What is going on? Did somebody drop their clock or something? Did somebody... I've never seen anything like this.
I think they're getting ready to shake hands.
Are they? No, the offense is back on the field. What's going on here?
Well, it's a victory formation. It's a formality. They have to do it.
But we've been saying that now for the last 10 minutes. I mean, what we need here is a referee with us with a watch, or we need a watch ourselves. We need something. Oh, there it is. There's the knee, and that is the game. Dovey's going to go talk to Marta Matthews after the handshake. Dovey, get ready, buddy. You're on, buddy. Get your microphone. Your mic. And there, Great Britain, their first finals.
Very pumped up, very excited, really ecstatic.
And for those of you,
Great Britain squad getting ready to head to the gold medal game for the first time in their history.
For those of you who thought Great Britain was a soccer country, you thought wrong, folks. They play flag football in Great Britain, and they are in the finals. What an effort by them. Dovey's going to go after the potential MVP. Is the voting still open, folks? The voting might still be open. Watch that cord there. We got a lot of cords here. And Abream Communications for all your online needs. I'm telling you, this thing here looks like the Millennium Falcon, this setup here, with all these wires and cords or whatnot. Which button is the hyperspace, boys? Which one do you press? But they're doing a great job here keeping us online, on YouTube, on Facebook. We're all over the place here. Danny.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Danny, are you joining me for this next game?
You bet, man. I'm joining you for the rest of the
The
tournament.
rest of the day?
I think so.
All right. I don't know if I'm here for the finals because I have other duties, you know. I got to put on my
Other
hat.
than the finals?
No, I got to put on my
Israel's
hat.
in the finals, Josh? How can you walk away?
I have to put on my hat as a print journalist also. That way for JNS News, that way this whole tournament and everything that happened here over the last 3 days gets covered in the newspapers all over the U.S. So we'll see what happens. Let's see how the day plays out, folks.
Josh, if you remember, the first game we did.
What's that?
The first game we did was Great Britain, Austria.
It seems like
It seems
days
like eons ago, but
yeah,
it's
that was only
incredible
3
how
days
well
ago.
Britain has played since then.
Right. They really
They
turned
didn't really
it on.
look too intimidating, and they didn't look too
They have
talented in
a
the beginning,
crazy
but,
receiver
boy,
who Dovey's going to interview in just a minute here. Marta Matthews, she could be a potential MVP of the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay? She played unbelievable. How we doing, Mindabrim Communications? Everything cool? What's up, buddy? How you doing? All right. Thanks very much. We're just getting the Israeli men's national team coaches here, offering their congratulations to Great Britain, and an unbelievable show of sportsmanship here with the Israeli team and their coaches saying congratulations to the British women there. We're going to go to Dovey Rabinowitz, who is patiently waiting. Dovey, for his interview with number 11, Marta Matthews. Any word on the MVP yet, voting? The lines are still open. It's still going on. You only have just a matter of minutes here before we close it. If you're watching or listening in Great Britain, send us a chat. Let us know where you are, what part of the country you're watching in, and maybe you want to send a congratulations to your team that we can pass on. Enjoy the music in the background, folks. Dovey's patiently waiting. The Great Britain team is huddling on their sideline. Dovey, of course, sporting the red shirt and cargo pants with a New England Patriots hat. Patriots, of course, very connected to football here in Israel. Let's see what we're doing. Yuta here. Pass. Dovey, you're live, buddy.
I'm live. I'm live without my interviewee. And I'm waiting for Marta Matthews, who had really an amazing game. And Marta. Any chance we can get Marta over here? I know the Great Britain team is just overwhelmed with emotion at going to the gold medal game for the first time in their history. They're hugging, they're yelling, they're crying with joy. Marta, here she is. But she needs a team photo first. It's a momentous occasion for Team Great Britain. And we could hardly blame them for wanting to savor it before they head on to the gold medal game. And it looks like they're going further and further away for this photo in beautiful Kraft Family Sports Complex. It's a very spacious complex of fields. All of the players and all the teams have just been admiring and complimenting the amazing organization and incredible facilities here in Jerusalem, Israel. And we see how that can play out to our disfavor when the Great Britain women's team heads miles away from me. Are we still live? We are still live. And Josh Haston, hoping to get Marta Matthews over here. I see she's in the middle of the team photo right now. You may be able to hear them screaming and shouting. And yes, the wait looks like it will pay off as Marta Matthews heads over to our broadcast area. Marta, over here. Great game. Congratulations. How's it feel to head to the gold medal game?
Really, really good. Really.
Have you guys ever been here before?
No, I don't believe we have. I only started playing like a year ago, so you've got to speak to them. I think we've only had a bronze medal before.
I believe that's the case. And you only started playing 1 year. You only started playing American football 1 year ago, or on the national team?
National team a year ago, American football like a year and a half, a little bit before that, but not too much.
Are you sure? A year and a half? Because you look like, okay, well, I was going to ask you about your pass routes. It didn't really seem to matter very much. You were running great precision pass routes, and then it didn't really matter whether they worked or not because the ball would come to you and you would come down with it. What's your favorite pass route?
I like drags. I like when Willie hits me on the drags, but I've got to thank Vince for digging me with all the routes and making sure I do everything right, and Dean and my teammates, and it's just amazing to be here.
And do you prefer when a route really gets you open, or do you actually prefer when there are like 2 or 3 defenders just draped on your shoulders as you make the catch?
I mean, I prefer just the easier route, but it's nice to make the catches when there are defenders on me and bringing it down. But I appreciate a good pass from Millie when she can do it.
Great connection between the two of you. I saw plenty of times on those outs and button hooks. She'd release the ball well before you turned with a lot of confidence that you would know exactly where it was going to be.
Yeah, so we've trained a lot to make sure that we're in the right spots and we run the right routes, again, thanks to Vince. And so we've just got to run them, make sure that the yardage is right, and come back and catch it.
Now, I have to ask you about the 2-point conversion. What was the thinking on the decision? The 2-point conversion attempt. It's such an overwhelming experience. You don't even remember. Your team scored to tie the game, scored to go up by 6, and went for 2 early in the game, midway through the game. Can you give us any insight into the thinking on that, on the decision, and then what the feeling was like when it didn't work? It seems like you don't even remember it at all. But
I do remember. So I think they went for 2 points to get 2 points up on Austria's conversions. But other than that, like, I barely remember the play. I just run my routes, catch the ball, and do what I'm told.
Sounds like you're well suited for this job. Thank you very, very much, and good luck in the championship game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.